In today's mod showcase, we take a look at a series of weapons from other gaming franchises, immersive escape routes and tunnel systems for each city, a variety of spells that has something for every kind of player, and an animation overhaul for one-handed weapons. You may notice I do have a shorter list of mods for you today, and that's due to some technical issues that I'll explain at the end of the video for anybody that's interested, but if you're just here for the mods, feel free to check out the timestamps and jump around to the parts of the video that you're interested in. If you do enjoy this video, a like would be really appreciated, and if you don't want to miss out on the best new mods coming to Oblivion Remastered, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. As always, a huge shout out to all of the featured mod authors in today's video. None of these showcases would be possible without all of your hard work. Links for all of today's mods can be found down in the video's description. But now that that's all out of the way, roll the intro! The first few mods we'll be looking at today are going to be grouped together, kind of similar to how we looked at Practical Arsenal and Protective Headgear last episode. We'll be taking a look at various weapons released by mod author CosmicBoogaloo. Down below, you'll find a link to CosmicBoogaloo's uploaded Oblivion Remastered mods on the Nexus. The first mod from CosmicBoogaloo's collection that caught my eye was Runescape 3 weapon Dragon Longsword. I'm a pretty big old school Runescape fan, nothing crazy, so when I saw a Runescape weapon, regardless of it being old school or Runescape 3, get added to the Nexus, I had to check it out. Loading up the game and checking this weapon out, it is absolutely insane. Weighing just one unit, the sword has a base damage of 47, and keep in mind, this is a one-handed longsword. Taking this thing into combat, it absolutely shreds everything in its path. You're gonna see me occasionally switching to Umaral's sword for comparison, and keep in mind, Umaral's sword is a two-handed weapon and it is enchanted, but it does not come even close to the damage output of the Dragon Longsword. And with how much fun I had using this Dragon Longsword, as game-breaking as it is, I had to check out CosmicBoogaloo's other mods, and let me tell you, the Dragon Longsword is just the tip of the iceberg. Along with Runescape, you will find many other IP's weapons on CosmicBoogaloo's mod page, including, but not limited to, The Lord of the Rings, Dark Souls, Fable, World of Warcraft, One Piece, Soul Calibur, just to name a few. But there is one I did not mention for dramatic effect. Did I spend way too much time trying to make that edit look cool, knowing that it'll just get copyright stricken for using that music? Yes. Do I even know if it's gonna look cool because I'm recording this voiceover before I've edited the video? No. But I don't give a shit because we have lightsabers, people. That's right, if you want something even more stupidly overpowered, you can download Star Wars Lightsabers. Hopping over to the inventory, you will see that there are 5 different variations of lightsabers that you can acquire, and despite the fact that they weigh 10 units as opposed to the Dragon Longsword's 1, they do over double the damage of the Dragon Longsword. Now, if you do want to be able to hear the lightsabers sound effects, you do need to download a separate file on the mod page. Keep in mind, if you do choose to get the sound effects, it will replace all longsword sound effects in the game, lightsaber or not. And because I have absolutely no self-control, I have to show you guys one more mod from CosmicBoogaloo that I needed to download as soon as I saw it was uploaded. That being Call of Duty weapon, Ray Gun. I'm a big fan of the older Call of Duty games, and I've always been a massive Zombies fan, and I'm just devastated with how they've been treating that game mode recently. And honestly, I'm just disappointed with how they've been treating the franchise as a whole for like the past decade. But that's for another time. I could complain about Call of Duty endlessly, honestly. And if you guys want to hear that, I'd love to just absolutely bitch and moan about Call of Duty. But this is Oblivion Remastered.
Times the detail.
Anyway, if I had to guess, it looks like you are getting the ray gun from Black Ops 1 or World at War. As you're going to see, the gun operates like a bow and arrow, so you can't fire it as fast as you might think you're going to be able to. And just like the lightsaber mod, this mod comes with a sound replacer, replacing all of the arrow sound effects with the ray gun sound effect. And I honestly think you have to try not to have fun running around Cyrodiil with a lightsaber and a ray gun, so I highly recommend you go check out CosmicBoogaloo's mods. I feel like there's something for everybody there. And shout out to CosmicBoogaloo themselves. I was having some problems installing one of these mods, and they were kind enough to walk me through it, and they got back to me very quickly, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. The lesson from today's story, kids, is read the mod description and make sure you're reading the installation process correctly and not just skimming over it, because you're a moron and you don't know how to read, and that's why the mod is not working. But before we move on, I wanted to ask, if you had a lightsaber, what color do you think it would be? Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it from you guys. My favorite's always been the white or gray ones, but I know for lore reasons I'll get yelled at for saying that, so I'm gonna go with blue. And now that I've pissed off the whole Star Wars community, we are on to the next mod. The next mod we'll be taking a look at today adds in immersive and secret entrances and exits for all of the cities in Cyrodiil, including Kvatch, which is great because, you know, they get left out a lot accounting for the fact that the city's been burnt to rubble. And that's all thanks to Urban Bypass, alternative city entrances and exits by Foxtech. In today's showcase, you guys are going to see me going through 3 of these bypasses, but there are 15 total spread throughout all of the cities in the game. And one thing that's great about this mod is that you're going to find fast travel markers at all of these bypasses after you've discovered them. And I don't think anybody could ever have too many fast travel markers, especially when you consider that the bypasses and their fast travel markers seem to have been strategically placed away from nearby vanilla fast travel locations so that you have a better variety of areas to travel to and from. Now, my favorite use of this mod is when playing as my evil dark elf character. The bypasses and their secret entrances and exits are designed to give you an inconspicuous area to escape to. Because for those of us elite gamers, we don't save scum when an assassination or a heist has gone wrong. No, we either grab our lightsabers and go on a giant killing spree, or we hightail it out of there like a bunch of pussies. Now, in the case of my dark elf character, I'm not normally using lightsabers because, you know, they might be a tad unimmersive. And he doesn't retreat like a pussy. I call it more of a tactical withdrawal. But getting back to my point, if something's gone wrong, I want to get out of the city as fast as I can. And if you're being immersive, like you should be, you're not going to want to run at the city gates because there's going to be heavy guard activity there, which makes sense. And this mod gives you a great solution to this problem. And you'll find many of these bypasses have little camps inside of them, usually with a bedroll to pass some time, as well as player-safe storage, which you can never have enough of. And lastly, with this mod, you'll also find that there are a variety of prison escape opportunities. Now, to showcase this, I had to purposely get myself arrested because true chads like myself do not get arrested in Oblivion Remastered. Now, y'all are gonna be seeing me escape from the Leyawiin dungeons, and I had such a difficult time escaping. Not anything to do with the mod here, I'm just really fucking terrible at this game. You know, I forgot that I have a spell, I think, that makes me invisible. I might want to use that. Haha, that was totally the first time. Absolutely the first time. I don't want to hear otherwise. Okay, now the part of finding the escape. Very sneaky, sneaky. I'm not quick saving. Promise. Hold on, don't turn around.
16 times
okay.
the detail.
Shh. God, this game is so fucking goofy. Now, this is definitely not the 4th. It might be 3rd. I think it's the 4th. It's definitely the 1st, though. First time.
Filthy
and what the fuck? This is the first time it actually fit. You motherfucker, honestly, I don't even fucking care anymore. I don't give a shit. You're honestly a bit of a bitch, dude. You fucking suck, dude. All I have to say is you really just suck. Okay. I don't even know. I might want to fucking take 5, maybe. Dude, the only 2 times the pickpocket. Everything else has gone wrong after this point, but this is the first times that I can't even, my brain's not even functioning right now. I'm so just fucking I could probably pick this lock. I just really don't want to. Oh, you son of a bitch, bro. You have a mace. Who the fuck uses maces in Oblivion? I'm sorry, if you're using a mace, pick another weapon, guys. Honestly, I don't want that for you from a personal standpoint because I just want better for you. And I don't think you're getting that. I'm gonna fucking murder this character in this game, dude. Oh my god. I swear, how many times? Just now, I was doing so good. I shouldn't have recorded this part. Dude, I don't give a shit if you're fucking getting pickpocketed. I don't know why I'm trying so hard here, because I'm not going to keep this save. But I feel like for the purpose of the video, it needs to be just as immersive as possible. Okay, here we go again, secretly escaping. You fucking suck, dude. Honestly, I really hope you get discharged from the Leowen guard, and you're the guy that's fucking stuck down here. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Watch this. You're so stupid. You don't even realize that I'm literally picking the lock and you're right there. I'm gonna get you fired and I'm happy about it. Before, I was like, man, I hope this guy, you know, has a good rest of his day. But because of how you've been treating me, honestly, you fucking suck, dude. And I don't need to get my stuff because it's here, guys. I don't even need to get my stuff because I'm not keeping this safe. I'm just trying to show the people this amazing mod, and you're being kind of a dick, dude. But now I'm past it, and you honestly, you really suck, my dude. Okay. And any bugs you saw there, I don't think they had to do with this mod. I think I have something else in my game causing a few problems, and I just haven't sorted out what it is yet. And as far as the wonky collisions in the cavern goes, I think those are there just to kind of direct you to go in the right direction. But even if they're not and they are a bug, I don't think that's that big of a deal at the end of the day. I would still highly recommend you guys go check out this mod. But with that being said, we are on to the next. The next mod we'll be looking at today adds in something new no matter what kind of player you are. With Kemp's spell pack, you'll gain access to 9 new spells with a variety of different uses and effects. Starting off with Summon Lightning, I thought this was going to be your typical run-of-the-mill destruction spell, maybe just a little bit more powerful, but no. With Summon Lightning, you can literally call down a thunderbolt from the sky to strike down your enemies. Not only does this look super cool, but it is incredibly powerful. Up next is Instant Sunshine, a spell I've found myself using a lot in the short time that I've had it. Oftentimes when I'm shooting a video, I'm going into the console to change up the weather so that I can get a better looking shot, especially when recording things like B-roll. Instant Sunshine is a simple alteration spell that clears the skies with the click of a button. Also, if anybody knows any mods or ways to just add more hotkeys to the game, please let me know. I would love to be able to have some of these spells, especially this one, assigned to a hotkey, but given that we only have 8 spots, it's hard to pick and choose what you want. Just wanted to show an example of how I do use this mod now practically when even making these videos. Really nice to be able to do that and then get into my debug camera, and you know, this shot's gonna start probably looking fairly familiar, I'm hoping, because it's what you guys have been seeing for the video so far. Here's my character, and yeah, it's really nice to be able to do that, and it's not too hard to go here and just, you know, type in the console, but having a spell to do it's really nice. So there's the practical use of it on my end. That's how I use that specific spell a lot. Anyways, next up is Travel. If you've ever played Minecraft, Travel operates pretty similarly to an Ender Pearl. After casting, you'll be teleported instantly once the spell makes contact with the surface. Simple spells like this one can often be the most fun. Whether you're using it to get around, trick your enemies in combat, or glitch yourself out of the map, endless fun can be had. There's also Speed Boost, which allows you to run at incredible speeds, and Moon Jump, which gives you moon-like gravity while jumping. The last 2 spells included are Slow Foe, which when casting on an NPC will slow them down, and Invert Gravity, which may be the goofiest spell on this list. Casting this one at an NPC will cause them to slowly rise up into the sky until the spell has dissipated, at which point they will come crashing back down into the surface. I had way too much fun messing around with this spell in particular. Experimenting with this one alongside of a couple of the other spells, I did run into some bugs and glitches, so as always when trying out a new mod, make sure you make a hard save before using anything, and then we can just fix it like that. Oh, so pretty, Shadowmere. What happens if I try to ride him while he's floating like that? I think I can... Ooh! I don't think this is the intention of the mod, but it's how we're using it. Hello, good sir. Alright, have a good day. I think I broke Shadowmere, but that's honestly okay because we have like the power of Zeus now. Oh, now I'm upside down. I think we're just kind of stuck upside down, Shadowmere. I think we might be a little bugged here. Just a little bit. I can't even control my movements are not what they're supposed to be right now. And I've just realized I left out 2 of the spells in the pack. That is Shrink Foe and Grow Allies. Casting either at an NPC will cause the corresponding ability to happen to them, either shrinking them or growing them to a larger size. And now with that, we have covered all of the spells in Kemp's spell pack. I think there's something here for everybody, so if even just one of these spells looked interesting to you, I recommend you check out the mod. It's great, and it's just a lot of fun. But with that being said, we're on to the next mod for today's showcase. Our next mod is Pelinals Edge One-Handed Animation Overhaul by BWV997. We've looked at quite a few mods from BWV997 before, including Morahaw's Might Two-Handed Overhaul and Longsword Animation Overhaul, which has been integrated into today's mod. Pelinals Edge replaces all animations for daggers, short swords, long swords, war axes, maces, and also implements a new idle animation while holding one-handed weapons. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of BWV997's mods. We've covered quite a few of them already, and they deliver each time. So if you're looking for a way to spice up your gameplay, I highly recommend you check out not only this mod, but their other ones as well. But with that being said, we are on to our next mod. So I think, unfortunately, we're actually going to have to call the episode there. I apologize. I know 4 mods is not a lot, but this is the 2nd mod in a row now. I've tried just today to record, and I'm having a lot of issues. It's not related to the mod. I think I've just got too many conflicts going on right now, and I can't even get into the stores. I'm kind of just stuck here. I can't move, even if I console command, as you just hear other people breaking, like she's broken. I don't know what's going on over there, but if I like get out of no clip, I'm just outside and everything's falling. Oh, now there's somebody else here. So yeah, I don't want to shortchange or rush any mods because I can't get things to work. It's not even just this building. Like if I go over to the Smith, which was another building I was trying to get into for a mod I was about to show off. Yeah, like I'm floating up here. Again, you guys might have seen when I was covering Urban Bypass, I was kind of having a similar issue with interiors. I have no idea what the problem is. Something is causing like really wacky collisions. So I think we're just gonna, let me get like a nice like atmospheric light at least. That's gonna have to do, I think. You can see my guy looks sad. I'm sad that we're calling it here, but I think that's just what we're gonna have to do today. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this one was also scuffed. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it's just been kind of a crazy summer. I do, luckily, because this one's getting cut short, already have a good mod list for the next episode, so make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for that. That should be coming out relatively soon. I also have a couple other videos I'm gonna try to get out the next week or two, so hopefully y'all enjoy that. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again to all of the modders. If you try out any mods from today's videos, make sure you give the mod an endorsement. I'm sure all of the mod authors would appreciate it. And if you liked today's video, please do leave a like. It helps out a lot. Again, I'm sorry to cut the video kind of short here, but I'm kind of at a loss right now. This game is so busted, and the mods are, I think, conflicting. Something has happened here. It's not just this save even. So thank you all again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next.